Just getting up. It's 11:30. D3. Hardcore. Not feeling super hardcore.
If you need to caffeinate.
Hey, coffee. Alright, had some breakfast and woke up a little. I need to jump into that Predator commission. It's late. It's 12:30. I'm going to be heading out between 4 and 4:30, and it needs to be done before I leave because that's where I'm going to see the gentleman who ordered it. So there are some clean dishes that need to be put away and some dirty dishes that need to be put in the washer and goad. But I need to do them now before I do that because I'm in hardcore mode. Okay, I finished the Predator commission. This was the original Predator, so it went a little quicker. It didn't have as involved as of a mask. You can see it right here. This is the one from the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. That's the Celtic one, going to the same client. And it's good. This one took me about a little over an hour. The other one took me about an hour and a half, so it's about a half hour quicker. Still too long. I got to get a little quicker, but it's also one of those things I haven't drawn. Well, actually, the original Predator I drew years ago, like in high school, but it's, you know, I'm just out of practice, and if I end up doing a lot of Predators for this guy, I'll probably get quicker as I go. But anyway, that's done. There's things I need to do around the house, but I think what I should do first is take a shower and shave because I'm going to go out of the house and see people, and I need to do that. So, I'm going to go clean myself. Slight detour on the clean train. I posted up my Hardcore Week Day 2, and there was a comment on it about these chart pack markers from Samurai Ox saying that they were on sale on Dick Blick for about $3 each. So I just went ahead and ordered 10 because I'm going to need them for caricature jobs, and I just used one, like, literally just now for that Predator commission. So, thanks, Ox. Also, as I said before, I was catching up on Mike Emmeritz's videos. I've also been watching a series called Lean Into Art, which is Jersey Drozd and someone else who I don't know talking about art stuff, which is good. And Kevin Cross had a new video up, and congratulations to Yanimal for 100 days. He hit 100 days of making comics. Do you know what that is? Hardcore. I also had to do some sharing. When I did the video, I uploaded it last night, and it failed for some reason. I don't know what happened, but it put up a bad link, so I had to fix that this morning, and then share it all over, and then I just shared the Godzilla print I did all over. I didn't share the commission. This is something I've talked about in other videos, but like I hosted at my Gazbot site and then share it all over to get more likes and get more visibility. And it's not huge returns, but it is some returns, and it's worth doing. But it takes up time that I need to spend doing other things that are hardcore. I showered. Oh, I'm naked. I'm not. I have underwear on, but I'm not going to show you. I showered. I shaved. I'm feeling fancy and free. I'm feeling hardcore. And I'm going to try to get some work done on the new print before I have to go out. Before I go out. And I realized I never put away the laundry that I did the other day.
So I made the bed, and now I'm going to put away this laundry first.
In a way we all know that I won't say. Alright, it's about 3:30. I'm done with the ridiculousness of putting away clothing. I am getting picked up to go down to that comic store in about an hour. And I need to put some gel in my hair and get a few things together for the trip. I'm going to multitask. I'm going to bring some copies of my comic in case we stop at other comic stores to see if they want to carry it. And we are going to a comic store because that's where the customer person is getting the Predator sketches, so he had mentioned something about maybe carrying them, so I'll bring some to him too. Also, I have to return something to Target for Q, but there's a high likelihood that we'll stop at a Target because this is my buddy the Big Dog, who is a toy collector, and Target sells toys. So I'm going to do my best to make this dalliance trip into a hardcore trip, and that is that. So normally I'd start getting ready now, but instead I'm going to work on the King Kong vs. Godzilla print, getting the research together, kind of, you know, the broad strokes, the nuts and bolts as it were, getting the framework ready, and then when he calls or texts and says he's on his way, I will quick do my hair, grab the comics, put my shoes on, that kind of stuff. So hopefully that will get more work done, because normally I just sit around waiting. But I'm talking too long. I need to get to work. Okay, so I've been working on print concepts. And I often have difficulty coming up with prints, especially, like, a headshot's one thing, but, like, I prefer to work on art that then becomes a print, as opposed to aiming for one. So, this is my first concept. In the movie, King Kong gets powered by electricity, which is a weird thing that I don't think happens in other movies. So, my first thought is that he's getting all energized, but I couldn't figure out a good way to put Godzilla in there. And the next one, there's a couple scenes where Godzilla's towering over King Kong, like elevated. So I was kind of going for that. And I think this is kind of a cool layout, like if it was a page in a comic. But as far as a print, you're not going to want to see the back of Godzilla's head, so it's not good. And then this one was the best compromise I've come up with so far. And this is what I find when I do prints a lot. It's not the most dynamic angle, but it's a good, like, it shows the scene, it shows both characters. I don't know if this is final, but I did go ahead and tighten it up a bit. So this is sort of like a new semi-rough where I tried to make it a little bit more like the characters. And I'm also allowing myself to stray a bit from the suits because both the suits are, especially the King Kong one, is not great. It's a little derpy. So I'm going for the spirit of it more than the literal nature. More like how I like to imagine is people who haven't seen the movie in a while, this is what they remember it looking like, as opposed to the kind of what it really looks like. I gotta work on this a little bit. I think King Kong is looking okay with his sort of like, I just got blasted and I'm smoking, but I'm picking up an electrical wire. But Godzilla, something's not right about him, but I'm gonna keep working on it. Alright, I just got the ping from the big dog that we're heading out soon, so I have to stop, but here's where I'm at. It's not terribly different than where I was before. I basically redrew him a bunch of times. I'm kind of happy with that. The legs I've redrawn a few times. They're getting there. I feel like I'm going in a good direction. I put about an hour in so far. It's also one of those things where, like, a lot of times it'll look okay like this, and then when I go to tighten it up and put the details in, it'll get all mucked up. So we'll see how it goes. But progress made. Hardcore. Got my hair all gelled in a style that is spiky and up. The Target return in the bag. Got some comics and the art I need to deliver there. But I remembered this from this morning. What is it? Oh, it's gone. It was some cat pukey hairball stuff. I guess one of the other cats ate it. That's hardcore! He's running a little bit late, and I haven't done a lot of housework today.
This box must go!
This is hardcore! And it's down the stairs. When you recycle boxes, you gotta break them up. Flatten boxes, hardcore! Once again, combining forces to check the mail, hardcore. Hello, sir.
Howdy. Variant Comics and Collectibles.
Variant Comics and Collectibles, run by Hector, a very fine fellow. He is quite hardcore. I came down here, I gave him his Predators, he paid me, he's a lovely gentleman, and I'm down in Morgan Hill, California, by the way, and I have issues of the Horror A4 there now. There were 10 copies, now there's 9, and these come with a free sticker, so if you're in this area, you come here, you get one, you get a free sticker. Also, in August, I'm going to come down and do an event and a signing. I think it's the first Saturday of August, so there's that. So, Productive, Variant, Horror A4, Hardcore! Horror A4, Hardcore? Hardcore. Hardcore.
A medium candy mushy and let's see, that'll be it.
Late. It's about 10 o'clock. We should have been back. I'm not doing a good job at being hardcore, but I did just return the thing I needed to for Q. So even though we're on a selfish toy journey back home, still, what are we? We're still hardcore. Oh, they got some cool toys here, and oh look, it's a Spider-Man. Hardcore! Back at home, it's 11:20. I should be done for the night. I had a pretty productive day. Variant Comics and Games, as I said, productive. Gave him 10 copies of the comic. Sold one immediately. The guy was there. I gave him a signature. Had a little chat. Very nice. Left 9 more there, hopefully to sell. And then, beginning of August, going back for an event. So, it took a while, longer than I thought, but was very productive. And, of course, hardcore. Now, I should be done for the night, but I'm going to do a few things to make myself feel better before going to sleep. Summer is blazingly hot. The winter is like... While I'm editing this Gazbot in Japan video, I could be doing more. Yes, it's our old friend, Hardcore Laundry! Back to video editing while that churns in soapy water. 12:30 now, and I have gone ahead and finished editing the Gazbot in Japan Day 10 video. And now, it's processing. Hardcore!
Putting clothes in the dryer.
Hardcore!
Didn't get a lot to eat today. Had some cereal in the morning and had Sonic when I stopped with the big dog, but I kind of didn't get a lot of food there, and so I'm still pretty hungry, even though it's like 1:30 in the morning. When I was cleaning out the freezer the other day, hardcore, I realized that there was these mozzarella patty things with marinara in them that expire this month. So I just threw them in the oven. I'm still working on the Godzilla King Kong print a bit, but when that's ready, I'm going to call that the end of this day, with the exception of making this video. This is what I'm looking at right now. It's the same basic setup we had before. This is not inks. I mean, it's dark, but it's just another layer of rough. A little bit closer to being on model. But I'm, again, trying to not get too hung up on being perfectly on model, and I'm also allowing it to look a little bit old-fashioned. I don't know if that's even coming through. This is just stuff in my head, but this is where I'm at right now.
And the timer went off.
And this is where we're at. I got lucky very quickly. This Kong is shaping up to a Kong I like. I'm not a huge fan of King Kong, and I find him difficult to draw, but I feel like this face is a good version of the face of the suit he had, but makes him look tougher. I actually think he's coming out a little bit better than Godzilla at this point, which is nuts, because I love Godzilla.
So Wednesday, day 3. I've had a reasonably productive day. If it wasn't a hardcore week, I would have had an amazing day, a great day. For this week, it was okay. I didn't get as much housework done. I was out a lot, and I'm trying to balance it with, like, well, I did accomplish something at Target, and I got something going with Variant, and sold some comics, and da-da-da-da, that's all good. So it was a good day, but tomorrow is going to be even more hardcore! More like that.